Hey friends, so we are trying out a little vlogging today for today's WF Tuesday tips. So I have my decaf coffee and I have my notes and we are ready to go. So for this first question on home decor inspiration, I first want to preface it with a couple things. I loved this question before deciding to go back to school and get my certification in integrative health coaching. I was considering for a little season in life to go back and get an interior design degree, which I will say I'm very happy now that I didn't, and that is so much more a passion than a career for me. But so that's the first thing I want to say. Secondly, I wanted to say that your physical environment truly does impact your health so much. I know when I first started thinking about my physical environment, I was a little confused how this impacts your overall health and well-being, but I just want to give you a little illustration to help you understand it more. So let's say you're redoing your house and you are doing construction. There's dust all throughout your house. Everywhere, your house is a mess, things aren't in their place, you have garbage bags all over trying to block out dust. Okay, if that's in your season of life and you're still living at home, you probably aren't able to do your normal habits like usual. You probably wake up early to construction happening and people coming in and out of your house all day. You probably are a little stressed out by the amount of dust. Also, dust is not good for breathing, so that's impacting your lungs. And so all of this is happening around you, and suddenly you're feeling a little more stressed than usual. Things are very different, and so your physical environment really is important, and having proper amounts of light, a lack of toxins, feeling safe, and in being around people who you care about and who you know love you and have your best interests in mind. All those things are important for your physical environment. Okay, so now for the home decor inspiration part. Yes, I absolutely love finding my style and figuring out how to decorate and making a house feel truly like a home. And so some of my favorite places to look for inspiration are Anthropologie, Pottery Barn. I look at Instagram interior designers, and I also peruse Pinterest like I'm sure the rest of you. So once I am perusing all those sites, I like to then go to some of the lower priced places like Home Goods or TJ Maxx, or even I'll do some random things. Like, they're not fully thrifting, but for example, this couch that's in my background, my parents gave me this couch. It's this maroon color, or love seat, excuse me. I didn't love how it looked, so I just got a slipcover from Target in a color that I like. So it's white, and so it has that more airy feel. So that's kind of how you can go about things by budgeting and saving money. Also, don't be afraid to experiment with your vibe. Like everything else that I'm always saying, is life is a journey, it's a process. It's not all or nothing. You could design a room and be like, ooh, like this is not my favorite work. And that's okay. Like, years will go by. Eventually you're gonna want to redo it again when it's in the budget. And you learn from that. And I'm assuming if you did create it, you're still gonna like it. It might not be your all-time favorite, and you might be like, oh, I wish I did this instead of this. But that's part of the fun part of learning and growing in the face of adulting. So that's kind of my answer of that. Another thing that I like to do for design work is I do a lot more neutrals, and then I like to have fun pieces that pop, and those things are easy to switch out. So for example, our couch is gray, and then I get our pillows from Home Goods, awesome sales, and then I'll switch them out by the season. So it makes me feel like our house has like different themes going on, and I don't get sick of it. But again, it's a lot of neutrals. Our walls are pretty white. So yeah, that's kind of what I like to do. I'll switch out the blankets to change the vibe, and that's all great ways to kind of remodel your house without having to pay a lot of money for it. Okay, and I'm trying to look at my notes if there's anything else that I want to say. Oh, also, I would say save up for some of your bigger investment pieces, like potentially a couch or a bed frame, and then do bargain hunting for the rest of those things. You don't need to pay a lot of money for everything. You can find good deals, find coupons. My rugs we got 40% off on a major holiday sale. I think it was 4th of July from Rugs USA, which is already a very low cost site. So that's kind of my tips for home decor and for when you're balling on a budget. Do those types of things. Wait for the big holiday sales like Memorial Day, 4th of July, Black Friday, and kind of stock up on those things then, and just know that it's a process and there's always going to be things you want to change about your house, but that's part of the fun and things that you can save up for and look forward to.